Listen, listen, this is a very interesting story that will change your life. So I made a video saying that exercise will cure 90% of your health problems. So somebody commented this. I said, she said, that is Queen. It's true. I found out that when I have flu and I exercise, the flu disappears. The flu ran away. That reminds me of back in those days when we were practicing martial arts, right? Taekwondo to be specific. So some days there will be some time that you are sick, you have malaria, typhoid, whatever, okay? And it's time for training. You just want to go to the dojo, you understand, the training ground. You want to go there and just watch other people train because you know you are sick, they run temperature, fever and stuff. You manage, carry yourself, go there, So you arrive there, probably you arrive late, you see where coach is training some people. The coach will call you, what is happening? You say that you are sick. Yeah, you cannot train. Say, nah, lie. Ta! Say, before you know, say, do press up, sharp. Give me 20. Say, 1, 2, you don't drop down with your sickness. They pump. After you don't pump 20, you stand up. They say, give me another 20. They man. And if you're doing it, you have to be counting it loud. 1, 2, 3. You go to train people. By the time you do 40, finish. All right, jump up. 1. So touch your toe, jump up, touch your toe. After you don't finish, say, give me 20 punches. You start, 1, 2. Who they sick? By the time you finish, immediately you turn, say, give me another 20. The man, finish. Give me 20 kicks. You know, your leg go to fly for air like this. When you finish, say, list the tenets of Taekwondo. You start listing. 5 tenets of Taekwondo, you got to shout out from that place. Whoa, courtesy, integrity, perseverance, self-control, and indomitable spirit. Courtesy, you got to shout. People go to, he will be training others. You got to shout. Now only your voice they go to hear for the whole training ground. By the time you finish 20, you say, give me another 70, the man. You go talk that day. Who they sick? You and you know go typhoid. You not go remember typhoid for your head. I'm telling you, malaria no be waiting go there your head. When you finish it, he will say you should do it backwards. You start counting it backwards. No more. By the time you finish, it can take you almost 2 weeks before you remember that you had malaria. And the thing is that it works like magic, right? By the time you're going back with the rest of everybody that evening, you will not feel that you were sick at all. You go to sweat like this. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I learned it that if I'm sick, exercise is one of the things I do. Even though I use my brain. Some sickness, not be to go use exercise, kill yourself. You know what I'm saying? You do some stretching, some warm up, gradually let your body build into it, You get a place where you go reach, you stop for the day. You understand? You give your body 1 or 2 days to heal. By the 3rd or 4th day, you come back, you still do exercise. You gradually build up. After like a month, you are in full game mode. You now start firing. You understand? I'm telling you, you will recover 10, 20 times faster. Just exercise. Because when you exercise, a lot of blocked arteries, blocked veins, joints, immobile joints, and all these things will start unblocking. One of the best exercises of migraine. If you're having migraine and they have tried everything, they can't see the source of your migraine, the cause of it, what is causing it. They are putting you on medications. Your blood pressure is not high, nothing. Just the headache, just the come. I'm telling you, try exercise. Especially if you have somebody that is pushing you. When you think you have reached your estimate, I'll give him another 20, the man, get out. You understand? I'm telling you, 90% of your health problems, exercise will eventually solve it. Did you know that somebody that is overweight will live long, but exercises will live longer than somebody that looks physically fit but doesn't exercise? Some people, they will never gain weight, but they don't exercise. They're just living life. They will have more health challenges than somebody that is overweight, but, once or twice in a week, they go sweat, do exercise, pop, do skipping, do squatting, do stretch. I'm telling you, exercise is like the highest acupuncture. Acupuncture is a system of, not acupuncture, but acupressure. Acupressure is a kind of medicine where it's believed that certain sicknesses can be treated by applying pressure to specific parts of your body. Occasionally, I mention some sicknesses and how you can use pressure to relieve it. So if you want to go to the highest of the highest acupressure, the epitome of all acupressure is exercise. Do exercise. You can't be living your life sedentary lifestyle. Now, why you go by? Because when the sickness will start, they will look like they are not related to exercise. The names of the sickness they'll be calling you will be like 3344 names. Eric Banner syndrome of whatever hypothesis. Where did the sickness come from? They will now put you on medication. But it's related to you not moving. You know, I must talk about the tenets of Taekwondo, right? You know, I once mentioned that if you have a teenage boy or girl and she's randy, you know what I'm saying, and she's malevolent, you know, juvenile delinquency, he or she is out of control, put them in a martial arts training. I'm talking about boxing, Taekwondo, Tai Chi, all those martial arts training. They are simulating a military lifestyle, regimented lifestyle, all right? But they are not military. So it helps to put the person under control. It teaches the person how to control their power. You know, I mentioned the 5 tenets of Taekwondo, right? If you listen to the words, it's a courtesy. That if you're going to be bequeathed with the ability to take the life of a man with a single move, you must have courtesy when you are communicating. Integrity. People should be able to trust you when you are dealing with them. Perseverance, that when the going gets tough, you prove that you can still keep going. Self-control, that even though you can go overboard, you know exactly where to stop. You know, one day I was fighting somebody that I never knew it was a policeman. It was a taxi driver I had issue with. He wanted to fight me. I never knew the guy was a cop. True life story, Abuja. You know, he was supposed to take me to one Apo. He carried me go another Apo, which is not related to where we are going to. I said, okay, I'm going to enter another bike, another cab. He said, no, I must pay him. I said, but you just, you know, we started arguing. When the guy came out of the vehicle, he was like, so me, I was like, okay, you want to try, you know? The way I take pose, the guy was looking at my pose. He's not sure whether I can fight or not. You know, the way somebody will pose, you will know whether they can fight. You know, but why I was posing was to scare him. I had that self-control. Even though I can hurt this man, I want to put fear in his body so that the fight will not proceed. So as I was doing my Bruce Lee, because if I really want to hit him, I'm not going to pose. If I want to strike him, he will not see it coming, I'm telling you. Even with a telescope, you will not see me coming. You know what I'm saying? One day, 1 minute I'm like this, next minute you're on the ground. You wake up 3 days. Hospital mode. You understand? So I was like, okay, you want to punch right now. So when I saw that the guy was in between, should he proceed with the fight or not? So I said, let me give him more scare. So I just did one kick like that, you know, spin kick. But I just dropped it on his shoulder. Drop my leg. I spin, drop my leg on his shoulder and brought it back. As the thing just dropped down, the guy just say, no be normal human being. No be normal human being. This is what I'm talking about. The guy just say, no be normal human being. You know, but I had the control not to kick him. But just to demonstrate that if you decide to take this up, you understand, you will see something that happened in 1982. You know what I'm saying? The funny thing, true life story, right? The funny thing was that the moment I did that, another vehicle stopped. It turned out to be road safety, 2 road safety ladies, right? They were in a big road vehicle, all these big trucks. So they stopped and said, 2 of you fighting there, come over, you know? Both of us come. As we came to address the 2 women, the man, the taxi driver now said, experience the call. Now that time I know say, I don't enter long call. That was when I knew that I'm the only civilian in that midst. So as a sharp guy, I still say my own esprit de corps. She now asked, what is the problem? What is the problem? You know? The man was now saying his money, and she asked me. I said, well, what he said is right, but I'm willing now to negotiate. I'll give him half of the fee, and I'll take half. The woman said, okay, yes, you people should just do that. You're a policeman, you shouldn't be doing tax, you're off duty, this, that. So I just gave the man half. That was how we settled the issue. But what I was showing is control. You don't fly into rage in a fight. You know, what I'm talking about is self-control. That you can hurt somebody doesn't mean you should hurt them. That you can teach somebody a lesson doesn't mean you should teach them. Do you understand? That you can overspeed doesn't mean you should overspeed. You get what I'm saying? That's self-control. In the heat of the circumstance, the person is daring you, challenging you, pointing your face, drawing your cloth. You have self-control. You know, the stoic mind is never surprised because he has considered all possible outcomes and is equally ready for all of them. You know, while I was in school, I had an altercation with a guy. While we were talking, as I just turned, before I now turn like this, the guy don't blow me for eye. He blew me like this. My eyes got swollen for weeks. You know? But later on, some 2-3 months later, people were now saying, Dave, they were clapping, hey, what are you going to do? Hey, you know, school, student days now. This was university days, right? So, I just left. This guy was slightly shorter than me. You know I'm tall, right? I just left. I didn't do anything. People were now laughing at me. The guy was now walking like for like 2-3 weeks, you know? He was walking like this. One day I was now rearranging my cupboard and I brought out my album, my pictures, right? And dropped it on the desk. So one of my other roommates picked it and started watching. These are things he was seeing. He was seeing me flying in the air. He was seeing me flying in the air, executing techniques. You get what I'm saying? He was seeing my pictures in competition and stuff. Now he called the guy. Called everybody in the room. We were like 12 to 15 in the room. It's a room for 8 people, but most people will pay 2, you know, in Nigerian university now. So we called everybody. Say that day where Dave leave you, that day that Dave left you, he actually had control. He would have destroyed you that day. You know, the guy had to come and tell me that, okay, maybe we'll settle. Because we were not talking after that, because I was just giving him space. But when he now saw that, I actually had the ability to destroy the guy, but I pulled out. That's when he knew that, yeah, there is control. So, martial art teaches you self-control, which is the most important skill in martial art. Second one, courtesy, to be able to negotiate your way out of difficult situations. You understand? Knowing how to win a fight without violence. We are going Sun Tzu now. The art of war. You can see it painted on my wall. Self-control. One of the most powerful gifts of any great man. Self-control. To be able to look at things and even though I can do more than this, I let it go.